Milton, are visas actually being denied for Malta, or why is it that we are getting a lot of refusals for student visas to Malta? Now, this is something I've been saying, and I'm here today to respond to it. So let's get some seats and get the juice. Now, in this video, I have a concerned fan. I just want to put it out here that it's like one person, but there are many people who have asked me these particular questions. If Malta is still giving visas, and I'm going to tell you that yes, Malta is giving visas. There are exceptions. Not everybody will move to Malta, and you should remember that Malta is just an island. I hope you know what an island is. An island is a piece of land surrounded by water. So this is Malta, this is water. I hope you understand. This is Malta, this is water surrounding Malta. And there is something I want to tell you people about countries that are island, especially smaller countries. You shouldn't expect too much from a small country like that. Any country that is in an island, don't expect too much. I've lived in one before, so I know all these things. And remember, most of these countries, sometimes it becomes very technical to leave and go to other places. But the advantage here is that Malta is in Europe. So there are chances that you can easily make it out of Malta. However, I have a lot of people who live in Malta and they are making their life very easy. Like their life is good. Okay, so if you do not have money to go to all those other countries, UK, US, maybe Norway, Denmark, Netherlands, why not? You can go to Malta. So let's address this issue. I want to tell you that nowadays visas are not that easy to come. A lot of embassies, or let me say many countries and students who apply to these countries, their visas take longer than what we expect. Nowadays, visas are not that quick to come. The reason is because, one of the reasons is because there is too much influx. A lot of people need visas. So many people want to immigrate abroad, and because of that, the competition is becoming high and they keep flogging many embassies. We are not talking just about Malta here. I'm talking, and even at that, those of you who are looking for appointments for United States, you can bear with me that US, if you check on their website, you may not find a date. The nearest date is in 2025. And again, not just US, even those who want to move to Austria, you can explain, you can testify with that. So most embassies now, their appointments is hard to get. That is point number one you should note before you apply to Malta. Though a lot of people, many people are saying that their visa rate this time is very low. That is not just for Malta, everywhere around the world. Also understand that when it comes to study visa to Malta, I'm explaining some of these things so that you know. I'm also looking at my jotter down here. When it comes to study visa to Malta, let me check this jotter. You should understand that when you gain admissions from a university, it is the university that's going to book appointment for you with VFS Global. Dear Nigerians, this is for you. You are going to be applying for your Malta visa using VFS Global. This is for Nigerians alone. Now, for other nationalities like Cameroonians, you do not have the Malta embassy in your home country, therefore, you cannot apply using VFS Global. But again, your school is still the one to book the appointment for you. So you should contact your school immediately you get the admissions. Remember, your school is going to book the appointment where? Your school is going to do the appointment with Identity Malta. They call it Identitia, something like that, but it is, I just call it Identity Malta. There are videos on this page where I did and I explain that if you are Cameroonians, make sure it is your school who is going to do the appointment for you. What I mean here is your school is going to send information to Identity Malta. Identity Malta will then email you using your own email. When they email you, what are they asking from you? They are telling you to submit your documents, and when you submit your documents now, everything will be fine. So this is what your school is going to do with Identity Malta. But again, remember that when it comes to Nigerians and some other nationalities, you are going to be using VFS Global, and for VFS Global, it is still your school that is going to send the information to them, to VFS Global. So you should put all of this into consideration. However, remember that when your school send the information to VFS Global, you will not go to VFS Global. in Lagos, not in Abuja. There is no interview for that, which means you are just going to basically give them the documents, then submit the documents. That's what I mean, and that is it. Then there is no interview, so don't be scared that you are going to do something. It's the same thing for Belgium. If you want to go to Belgium, you don't need a physical interview. US, maybe other embassies, they do have their let me say physical interview, but when it comes to some other countries, they don't even have an interview. Belgium does an interview in the form of a paper. Then other countries, they just call you and you come and do your thing. Like Malta will just tell you to supply your documents, so you shouldn't be afraid. Now let me give you this update before I proceed. Applications for summer is going to start very soon. Summer intake in Malta is going to start very soon, so make sure you are checking. Some schools will be open, others will not be open. I explained this before, months back, so you shouldn't forget this. Then also remember that there are many visa refusals now. Now this may be because of certain documents you are using. Many people are using fake documents, I know that. Some other people are using documents that are not qualified, and a whole lot of other things. And also remember, when you are moving to any country, not just Malta, they want to be sure. They want to know why you are moving, and they want to be sure that you will leave when you finish your studies, because these people already know that we come in to study. Most of the time we don't leave. You guys, you already understand what I mean, right? So they want to be sure that when you finish, you have to return to your home country. And of course, many of us, we know that it's not possible. So in this case, don't just look at Malta. Don't just look at the schools in Malta. There are many of them. I will advise you to try other options, okay? If they say submit police character, you go and submit a police character that has expired, is a problem. Many people don't know that their police character will expire. Yeah, many people don't know. Guys, for some countries, I think Cameroon, Nigeria, your police character expire. Is it after 3 months or probably 6 months? I think 6 months is Cameroon, so you have to check very well. Also understand that when it expires, you cannot use it again. When you print a bank statement and got a visa refusal, you cannot use that same bank statement again, except you are like, how do I put it? You change certain things on the bank statement, especially if the bank statement is the reason for the refusal. So you need to put many things into consideration and think, guys. It's so important. School is always the easiest pathway to immigrate abroad, but if you do not have the money to afford the school, I will not really encourage you. I will advise you, rather you look for more side hustles, then you work and you save money, and save with the purpose that you want to use it for visa application or immigration. So these are some of the things that you need to know. Exposes. We are going to talk about another JAPA issue now, and today's own is going to be on another question someone sent to me inbox. So I will just read it now, then I will tell you what you need to know. For the person, I hope that these people sending these messages inbox, they are also watching these videos to actually understand what I do. Now the person said, I am an HND holder. What certificate can I verify or legalize? I want to study in Croatia. This is not the way the question came in, but I just decided to put it this way, since it's all the same. Okay, now if you want to study in Croatia, first of all, what are you using the HND for? Are you going for masters or you are going for bachelors? But remember, most schools in Europe will not allow you use HND to apply for master's degree. Even if you force it and apply, they will not admit you. So you have to note this. Before you use HND to apply to any country in Europe, make sure the department you want to apply to in that particular university is actually aware and has given approval. It's so important, guys. Now, let's assume that you want to study in Croatia and you are going for bachelor's. The documents you need to legalize or verify and legalize are: 1, your WAEC certificate if you are Nigerian, your O-levels and A-level certificate if you are Cameroonian. If you are a Ghanaian, you will use your WASI. These are the documents that qualifies you to apply for bachelor's abroad. And make sure your results are very good. If you have other results that you want to step it up, you can also add the transcript or and the degree. Like in the case of this person with HND, if you have HND already and you want to apply for bachelor's, make sure you add your transcript for HND and the degree to the legalized documents. Then you legalize them. To a greater extent, add your birth certificate, because it's going to equally help you to gain the admission. Now, if you are going for masters, HND is not enough. I do not know if schools in Croatia accept HND for direct masters, but in cases where they accept that, do the same thing. Okay, I hope you understand this. Now, you have to understand that every country has its own procedure. There are some countries that you will also need your police clearance certificate to be legalized and, of course, authenticated before you can use. All right, so you have to all put all this into consideration. But again, when it involves things like this, countries that involve verification or legalization, or authentication and legalization, they are almost the same thing, right? You have to pass with those documents from the competent authorities to confirm that those are the copies of the true originals. So you just need to take the documents and also add your police clearance certificate and, of course, medical certificate in some extent. I know some schools or some countries, like in the Czech Republic, they will ask you to bring medical certificate, but some countries will not ask you. So it all depends now on which country you want to move to. Like for the person for Croatia, I hope this video will help you. Also verify. Also check the school website. A lot of people run to Milton without going through the school website. Most times the school website have all these details you are asking me. Okay, if you still don't understand, check more detailed videos on my YouTube channel with name Milton Fonkwa, or you book an appointment, then I will call you and we talk from there. Appointment details on this page. Till we meet again in another one.